And some news just coming in. Virat Kohli is going to be stepping down as RCB captain after T20 captaincy. Is what we are learning. Kohli is going to be giving up the captaincy of RCB, and Kohli has said, "This will be my last IPL as RCB captain." Appointed RCB captain in 2013, Kohli is going to be stepping down after 9 years. "I will only play for RCB till I retire," is what he said. Kohli, remember, has captained RCB in 132 games so far, winning 62 and losing 66.
Hello everyone, to the whole RCB family, the fans, the amazing fans of Bangalore, and to everyone who has been a supporter of RCB for so many years. I had an announcement to make. Spoken to the squad this evening before the second leg of the tournament starts, to inform everyone that this is going to be my last leg in the IPL as captain of RCB. Spoke to the management this evening, something that was on my mind for a while, as I recently announced stepping down from T20 captaincy as well to manage my workload, which has been immense over the last so many years, and I want to be able to continue to be committed to the responsibilities that I'm fulfilling, and I felt I needed this space to refresh, to regroup, and be absolutely clear in how I want to move forward, and also understanding that RCB is going to go through a transitional phase with the big auction coming in next year. I've made it clear to the management that I can't think of me being in any other team than RCB, and that has been my commitment from day one. I will continue to be a RCB player till I play my last game in the IPL. But it's been a great journey of 9 years of joy, frustration, moments of happiness and sadness, and I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and believing in me relentlessly and unconditionally. And I will continue to be committed to play for this franchise, as I said, till the last day of me playing IPL. For you guys, for the fans, because of what you have done for me and how you made me feel over the last so many years, that is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So thank you so much. This is just a little halt. It's not the end of the journey. The journey will continue, and it will continue the same way that it has for so many years. Thank you.
Virat Kohli stepping down as RCB captain after T20 captaincy. He's going to be giving up RCB captaincy. He's just put that video out saying that this is going to be his last IPL as the captain of RCB, and he's been appointed, remember, the RCB captain in 2013. Kohli is going to be stepping down after 9 years. "I will only play for RCB till I retire." In fact, he had been captaining RCB in 132 games so far, winning 62 and losing 66. Rahul Rawat is getting us more details. Rahul, he's not mincing any words. He's very clear. He needs to focus on himself. He needs to focus on the game, and he needs to just take a break at this point in time.
Well, Sneha, to be very honest, this was a logical step for Virat Kohli. He had given up his T20 captaincy. That's what he announced on Thursday evening at around 5:53. And what he said at that point in time was that because of the excessive workload, he wanted to prolong his, of course, the cricket career also, and also wanted to focus more on ODIs and T-Tests. So if he wanted to give up on his captaincy for India in T20 cricket, this was the only logical step to give up his captaincy in IPL as well. So that doesn't surprise a lot of us. But again, I would say that day also I said the decision did not surprise me, but the timing did surprise me. Today also, during the middle of this IPL, it has just started. The second phase of IPL season 14 has just started. Again, the timing of the announcement once again surprises me, because there's still time for the next season of the IPL, but and there has to be a mega auction also. So RCB will pick a captain as well. Whether they pick a captain from this very squad, or they go for they bid for another player to lead the RCB. But Virat, for his fans, for the fans all over the world, for the RCB fans, the good thing is that Virat has made it very, very clear that as long as he's playing the IPL, he'll continue to remain with the Royal Challengers Bangalore. But this is actually a big news that Virat, after announcing that he'll step down as India's T20 captain following the T20 World Cup, this also will be his last season in the IPL as RCB captain.
Yes. You know, Rahul, also a lot has been said about how this was a decision that was just taken, but we do know that this was months in the making, isn't it?
Absolutely, it has to be. I think the decision to relinquish his T20 captaincy for India had a lot to do with this, because you're not playing as many T20 internationals for India. Perhaps you would play around 20 odd T20 internationals in next 1 year, and here in IPL, in a matter of about 2.5, 3 months, you play more. If you make it to the finals, you play around 14 to 17 T20. So that also is a huge workload. So Virat, I don't know, there will be some pressure. A lot of people across the world, the RCB fans, the Indian cricket fans would want Virat to finally win that silverware and fill up that trophy cabinet where he does not have any IPL trophies, because that has been a blot, perhaps, if I may say so, that he's unable to win a single IPL trophy for a player who's led a franchisee for such a long time, 9 years without winning an IPL trophy.
And that's why the pressure of the franchisee really was telling on him, isn't it, Rahul? This pressure of the franchise.
Well, you can't, Sneha, you can't really say that, but of course, back of your mind, it is always there that people are talking about it, that Virat has once again not been able to win an IPL title, whereas that on the other hand, Rohit Sharma, who's leading the Mumbai Indians franchisee, has won 5 titles since perhaps in that many years, and also everybody was looking at him as Virat's successor. It had to happen someday, and now that Virat has already given up on his captaincy, the Indian captaincy, the only logical step was that Rohit Sharma will be announced as the next Indian captain in T20 internationals. And you never know. If you ask me today at this point in time, I think it is still not given that in 2023 50 over World Cup, Virat will be the man leading India in that World Cup at home, because there is a possibility that Rohit Sharma might lead India in ODIs as well. But that decision, I believe, will be taken in some time, in times to come, because the first job at hand at this point in time is, of course, this IPL. They'll have to get done with this IPL, this season of IPL, and then the big T20 World Cup that is to be played at the very same place, at the very same venue where this IPL is happening. So, of course, Virat, of course, will feel light. I'm sure Virat must have thought about it. He must have spoken to a lot of people, as he had spoken before he relinquished his India captaincy for T20 internationals. He had mentioned that he had spoken to Rohit, he had spoken to Ravi Shastri, the head coach of India, and perhaps his family members, of course, and friends and family members. And then only that big decision he made. But that seemed as if it was coming. And on Thursday evening, he finally spilled the beans. And Jay Shah, after Virat announced his decision that he's going to give up on his T20 captaincy for India, Jay Shah, the board secretary, issued a statement. He made it very clear that this discussion on this transition in T20 international for the white ball cricket was happening for the last 6 months. So if Virat had said that workload he had cited workload as the reason for giving up his captaincy, the T20 international captaincy, I'm sure this was the only logical step that Virat had to take. And perhaps after some discussion, because see, it also I'm sure RCB would have wanted him to continue. After all,
Yes.
he is a proven leader. He may not have won an ICC trophy. He may not have won an IPL title. To be fair to Virat, Sneha, Virat has led India in only 3 ICC tournaments. One, of course, the 2017 Champions Trophy, the 2019 World Cup, and then the World Test Championship final. And on two of those occasions, he made it. The Indian team made it to the finals. The 2017 Champions Trophy, we lost to Pakistan, and then the World Test Championship. Despite the fact that India made it to the final of the World Test Championship, of course there were questions being raised. I don't think results actually matter. To be very honest, results didn't matter for Virat. There were reasons other than results that did not go down too well. Of course, with the people, with those higher ups, with the people who make those important decisions, and eventually, Virat has that stature. Virat, commands that respect, that he was allowed to take that decision and announce it as well before anybody could make that decision. And this RCB captaincy, giving up on RCB captaincy, I would once again say that this was the only logical step that had to be taken after he had given up his T20 captaincy for India.
All right, Rahul, thanks for getting us up to speed with that. Rahul Rawat with that late night development.